Have less than a day of hot, humid weather left before rain and storm chances enter our area. Meteorologist Clay Smith is standing by to tell us more. Hey, Clay.
Good morning, Michelle, and that's right. It's kind of the calm before the storm today, but we're still going to have that chance for a few pop-up storms. So first, we're tracking this cold front. That's going to bring us some rain, and it's going to stall out as that low pressure system from the south starts to move in, also going to be known as Hurricane Helen. So those two things together are going to make our weather very active over the next couple of days. Dry this morning, but later today we could have a few initial pop-up storms, but notice how rain chances really start to increase later this evening into the overnight hours, and any storm that does pop up today could potentially become severe. Not a high threat, not something I'm super concerned about, but there could be some gusty winds with any storm that pops up, especially during the afternoon and evening. Temperatures this morning: 70 in Dayton, 69 in Dalton, 73 in Chattanooga, so no major weather delays out there on the roadways. Temperatures are mild, and later today it's going to be hot and humid. Yesterday we broke a record in Chattanooga. It hit 96. Today low to mid 90s once again, but this is going to be our last day of 90-degree heat. We're going to start to cool down behind that front, plus we're going to have impacts from what will be Hurricane Helene with the E on the end, and this is what we're going to be talking about the next couple of days. So right now it's just potential tropical cyclone 9 just to the south of Cuba, so not very organized, and you're thinking this is going to become a hurricane. Well, yes, as it moves into the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico where conditions are favorable, it's going to strengthen pretty quickly, and by the time we get into tomorrow we'll be talking Hurricane Helene. And here's a look at that current track. We have hurricane watches posted for portions of South Florida. This is going to emerge into the open waters of the Gulf and then start to accelerate a little bit. By 8 o'clock on Thursday morning, expected to be a Category 2 storm, likely going to make landfall in the Big Bend of Florida by Thursday evening as a Category 2 or maybe even 3 hurricane, and then those remnants are pretty much going to move right over the Tennessee Valley. That's going to give us the potential for gusty winds and very heavy rainfall here. So last time we had Francine, which moved well to our west. Now this is basically going to move right over us. Again, we're getting a good model consistency this morning that we're going to be dealing with those impacts. So first, let's take a look at today. We'll have a couple of pop-up storms, not going to be a big deal. And then as we get into tonight, as that front approaches, we're going to have rain chances increasing. And Thursday, we're going to have periods of heavy rain coming in. Some of this is going to be tropical moisture, but we're also going to have that front. So those two things together are going to make for a very wet Wednesday for us here across the Tennessee Valley. Then on Thursday, that's when we're really going to see that rain increasing. So we're going to have what will be Helene making landfall, pulling in that tropical moisture all day long. And then as this moves closer and closer to us, we're going to have gusty winds late Thursday into Friday morning. Now this is going to be a quick mover, and it looks like by Friday afternoon, a lot of the rain is going to lift to our north. So Thursday into Friday morning going to be our main impact zone. We could have as much as 4 to 7 inches of rainfall. Going to be some localized flooding issues, gusts up to 35, maybe even 40 miles per hour, and those highest impacts again going to be Thursday into Friday morning. So as we take a look at those futurecast wind gusts, again we could have tropical storm wind gusts depending on the exact track of this remnant low, beginning late Thursday, continuing into the overnight, and even into Friday morning. We could have again gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour potentially here across the Tennessee Valley. So the likelihood of tropical storm force winds starting to increase, and will continue to do so as that remnant low moves inland. And here's a look at your potential rainfall over the next 5 days. Again, we can pick up anywhere from 4 to 7 inches of rain. It's been so dry, there's going to be a lot of runoff, so make sure you circle Thursday and Friday as days where you need to pay close attention to the weather. But for today, just a couple of spotty storms, highs of 93. Tonight we're going to have lows dropping down to 69, and then as we take a look at your extended 7-day forecast, we're likely going to go into storm alert weather mode on Thursday into Friday morning. Temperatures 74. So today, just a couple pop-up storms. We'll call it the calm before the storm, Michelle, because weather's going to get kind of nasty by the end of the week.